Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metropolis Radio. Today, we've got quite the video. I did not originally plan this video, so I'm just gonna basically squeeze in. I'm gonna squeeze it in today, and that's this article from Variety, and that is Netflix targeted with shareholder lawsuit alleging securities fraud after subscriber miss. And again, I want to emphasize that word alleged. This is, again, nothing has been confirmed. So for the love of God, don't sue me. Netflix misled investors about declining subscriber growth over the course of 6 months, leading to a massive drop in its stock price, according to a shareholder lawsuit, allegedly. Again, and this is where Variety's going to really fuck themselves here. They should have said allegedly. Netflix misled investors about declining subscriber growth over the course of 6 months. Because see, right here, they're now trying to convict them. They're now trying to convict them in this article, this very first paragraph, by just coming right out and saying Netflix misled investors. No, it's allegedly Netflix misled investors. The lawsuit, filed Tuesday in federal district court in San Francisco, alleges Netflix violated U.S. securities laws by making quote-unquote materially false and or misleading statements, and also because it quote-unquote failed to disclose material adverse facts about the company's business operations and prospects. Last month, Netflix reported a net loss of 200,000 subscribers in the first 3 months of 2022, and forecast a decline of another 2 million in Q2, quarter 2 of 2022. Citing various challenges, including password sharing behavior among more than 100 million households that do not pay for the service, Netflix did not respond to a request for comment. Well, no shit, because they're being sued, and they don't want to nuke their own defense right here. The lawsuit, which seeks class action status, seeks unspecified monetary damages on behalf of investors who own Netflix shares between October 19, 2021 and April 19, 2022. Those include quote-unquote compensatory damages in favor of plaintiff and other class members against all defendants jointly and severally for all damages sustained as a result of defendants' wrongdoing, and an amount to be proven at trial includes interest thereon. Netflix stock suffered its biggest one-day drop on April 20th, the day after reporting its weaker-than-expected subscriber numbers, falling 35% and shedding $54 billion in market capitalization. That came after the stock fell 22% on January 21st, after Netflix's Q4 2021 subscriber gains came up short and the company forecasted slower growth. According to the lawsuit, Netflix and its top executives, quote unquote, employed devices, schemes, and artifices to defraud investors while in possession of material adverse non-public information, the lawsuit reads. They also made, quote-unquote, untrue statements of material facts and or omitting to state material facts necessary in order to make the statements about Netflix and its business operations and future prospects in light of the circumstances under which they made not misleading, the suit alleges. Per the lawsuit, Netflix misled shareholders going back to its third quarter 2021 earnings report on October 19th, when the company failed to tell investors that quote, Netflix was exhibiting slower customer acquisition growth due to, among other things, account sharing by customers and increased competition from other streaming services. As a result of Netflix's quote-unquote wrongful acts and omissions and the precipitous decline in the market value of the company's securities, plaintiff and other class members have suffered significant losses and damages, according to the complaint. Over the period covered in the lawsuit, Netflix stock price dropped 67% from a high of $691.69 per share on November 17, 2021 to $226.19 a share on April 20th. The company's shares closed at $204.01 a piece Wednesday. That would be this last Wednesday. Let me bring up my calendar just to make sure. That would be Wednesday, May 4th. The lead plaintiff in the lawsuit is Fiaz Pirani, a trustee of Imperium Irrevocable Trust, which is a Netflix shareholder. The lawsuit names its defendants Netflix, as well as co-CEOs Reed Hastings and Ted Sarandos, and CFO Spencer Newman. The case is Pirani v. Netflix Incorporated et al., with docket number 22-CV-02672, filed in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California. The firm representing plaintiffs is Glancy, Progney, and Murray, which specializes in class action lawsuits involving securities fraud claims. So, what is the lawsuit actually alleging in layman's terms? The lawsuit is alleging, in layman's terms, that Netflix lied by omission. Again, allegedly, Netflix lied by omission. And for those that don't know, a lie by omission basically means you didn't outright lie to someone's face, but you deliberately withheld information to make the problem not seem as bad. Again, I emphasize that Netflix allegedly did this. I'm not saying they did it. You know, for all we know, Netflix did not actually mislead investors. But let's also be honest here. If you lose that much market cap, you know, yeah, investors are going to get insanely pissed off. And you could say that this is a natural reaction, even if Netflix did nothing wrong. Again, this is just Netflix allegedly lied by omission. It doesn't mean that they actually did it. What I personally think is going on is Netflix basically went through a very rude awakening, and other streaming services in general. But guys, actually right now I'm actually working on a video detailing the fact that, you know, streaming services have basically matured, at least here in the US, because there's a lot of factors that they're not bringing up. Yes, they're bringing up the fact that, hold on, how much did it go down from? Okay, from a high of $61.69 a share on November 17, 2021, all the way down to $204 and a penny by May 4th of 2022. I think there's a lot more factors involved than just Netflix allegedly withholding information. Again, they could have, but I'm not saying that they did. I'm just saying that they could have. Yeah, I'm just saying that they could have. It doesn't mean that it does not mean that I'm convicting them in the press. So all I have to say, guys, is just wait for that video to come out about, you know, about has the streaming market matured in the US. I may change the title, but I'm going to cover a lot more in that than what is actually being covered here in the shareholder lawsuit that they just don't want to bring up. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here because I know I've gone on for way longer than I probably needed to. If you stuck around this long, thanks so much for doing so. And if you've been following me long enough, you know I'm terrible at ending these videos. So I will just see you guys next time.